How to get rich fast. In this video, I'm going to share a quick, powerful 5-step process. Now, this is going to be steps for you or signs because you might already be doing them and not really aware of where it's leading. These are the exact steps that I used to go from a 19-year-old college dropout to having a net worth over $1 million before I turned 29. So this is how to get rich fast. My name is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, and here are the 5 signs or steps to do so. Make sure you hit the like button there, and let's dive right into it. Number 1 is you have the right vehicle. Now, I'm not talking about a Porsche or a Ferrari. What I'm talking about is the income earning vehicle that you use every day. Now, if you work at a job that has a cap limit, whether it's a minimum wage or whether it's $75,000 a year, the numbers are relevant, but there's probably not a high likelihood if you have an expected income every single month that vehicle is going to somehow make you rich. For instance, you might work for minimum wage at a job. There's nothing wrong with that, but it may be time to consider building an additional source of income. I'm not saying to quit, I'm saying an additional source of income. Because if you make $10 an hour and you work 40 hours a week, what's the chance that tomorrow the boss is gonna come in and offer you $1 million? What's the chance that the boss is gonna say, hey, I know you've been getting paid $10 an hour and we wanna pay you $10,000 an hour now? It's probably not very high. So every person, based off of what they do for a living, their occupation, their business, how they earn the money, everybody has an income earning vehicle. And some, just like for trucks, some trucks are well equipped for the off-roads. Some income earning vehicles are well equipped to have significant growth in income. This has a lot to do with whether you're trading your time directly for money or whether there's an opportunity to scale what it is that you're doing. And a simple question to ask yourself is, do I have enough sources of income? Now, you may love your job, it just may not be the thing that is gonna help you get rich fast. No problem, there's no need to quit it, but there is going to be a need to create additional sources of income. Other businesses you partner with, other income sources that present themselves. You need a scalable vehicle where you are not directly trading your time for money if you can't significantly raise your income ceiling in a short period of time. Number 2 is you've uncovered your limiting beliefs around money. This is important because, like I said in the earlier step, it's about the vehicle you use. Now, we know that 8 out of 10 working millionaires are self-employed. So we're aware that the best vehicle to get rich is to be an entrepreneur or own a business. That's a fact. But it doesn't matter if you have the right vehicle if you have the wrong gasoline running it. If you have a great vehicle for the outdoors but you fill it with water, the chances of it getting the end result you desire isn't very high. Well, similarly, if you have the right vehicle, you're an entrepreneur, you got a good idea, you got a good business, you have a scalable income, or you work somewhere that gives you the opportunity to be involved in profits so you could see a growth in your income, that's great for step 1. But if your limiting beliefs and your subconscious program is the opposite of what you want, you will block what you want. Psychologists say 95% of your life is subconscious. Sub means below. So below conscious, 95% of your life. Of course, this includes money and all the habits, actions, and beliefs about money. 95% of them are below conscious and they were programmed earlier in our life. So you could have the right vehicle, but if you subconsciously believe that money is bad, or you subconsciously believe that money is the root of all evil, or you subconsciously believe you aren't smart enough for it, or it's too hard to make, or you aren't good with numbers so you'll never figure it out, or you always felt weird about receiving stuff, so you have this weird thing where you feel weird about charging for your business, or you don't like to market because you don't like to promote because you don't really like to be told no, or you don't like negative opinions of you. The question is, what is the modus operandi? What is the subconscious operating system that you have about money? And some of the ways to uncover this is to ask yourself, what did you learn about money in childhood? What did the adults around you say about money? Could have been parents, could have been grandparents, could have been foster parents, could have been your aunt or uncle. What did they say? Did they have positive beliefs around money, or did they believe that you couldn't make much of it, or it was bad, or did your parents get divorced over it? You know, they say over 50% of people get divorced, and the number one cause for divorce is money problems. So did you watch your parents argue about money when you were a kid? Did it cause a divorce? If so, you might have a subconscious association that money is pain. This is all subconscious. So if that happened about divorce and money, you might associate money with pain. So you might subconsciously push money away from you because you don't want the same emotional pain that you had in childhood about money. So you keep it away from you subconsciously, or whenever you make it, you spend it all, or you blow it on a bad investment, or you just never make much of it. You always procrastinate and talk yourself out of things. That might be happening because your subconscious is trying to protect you from money because it's associated money with pain. So do the inner work to discover what are the dominant beliefs that you have about money. You can just pull out a journal or a piece of paper and discover them. And what you'll generally find is there's a couple main ones that might be the limiting beliefs that are stopping you. It might be that you're not good enough, smart enough, etc. Now, if you are watching this video and you had an aha moment and you discovered one of those, please leave a comment down below if you want, and you could share what the limiting beliefs you've discovered is. Now, the next step with that, as a part B to this, is to start to reprogram and rewire it. And you can do this with my software, the Second Mind, which is right there down below. I created a neuroprogrammer to start retraining my brain, to start rewiring and repatterning it. And it changed my life because we know from neuroplasticity that you can rewire and change your brain. So if you want to use a demo, a free demo for the Second Mind Neuroprogrammer for Finances, it's right there down below. It's thesecondmind.com in the description and comments. Number 3, you've made the decision instead of simply entertaining it. And you know, it's that old adage that there's a difference between being interested and being committed. And a lot of times people fantasize about the idea of having more money, but they never make the commitment to it. And the commitment to it looks like maybe you change your life, right? Maybe it means you stop watching TV for 3 hours a day, or you stop watching Netflix every night and instead you work on your idea. It might mean that there's some people in your life that aren't aligned with it. They just kind of pull you down. They're negative, or maybe they're not going anywhere in life and they're just kind of sitting around doing nothing and watching TV. Whatever it is, it doesn't make them a bad person. It just might mean that certain present things in your life don't match your ideal future. So your daily habits and actions have to be congruent or in alignment with your future desire of wealth. And a lot of times people wish they had it, they hope they had it, they want to have it, they fantasize about having it, but then they don't show up for real life. They don't show up for real life, and then when they don't get what they want, then they blame it on other people, and it perpetuates the limiting beliefs in the earlier system, which is rich people control it all, or I'm not smart enough, or see, this doesn't work, Jake. So you have to ask yourself, am I truly committed? If not, how can I show up for myself? How can I show up for money? How can I show up for my business, for my productivity in an entirely new way that will bring more prosperity in my life? Or better yet, if I already had the money, how would I show up to this task? Number 4, you understand that it is your right to be rich. I firmly believe that everything in this universe is made from and of God. Everything. I believe everything is holy. I truly believe that we are meant in order to experience freedom, joy, love, and happiness. I firmly believe that you getting rich does not take away from anybody else. Just because there's some kid that's starving somewhere in the world doesn't mean that you should think money's bad, or that we should build a different society where money isn't important. No, in fact, it's the opposite. There's a lot of greedy people in the world, and there's a lot of people that might be using money in wrong ways. Well, what if you come along and you start to have it? What if you come along and you're motivated to keep it? What if you come along and you have a big reason or a big why? It's bigger than yourself. It's bigger than just having a nice house. You want to change your children's life. You want to change your community. You want to help the underprivileged kids here or the single mothers there. When you have a big why like that or a big reason like that, what happens is you draw upon dormant forces within yourself, new talents, new skills, new hard work, new determination and discipline. It kind of just shows up and it sweeps you off your feet. It allows you to carry yourself forward. But it all comes from one simple belief. It is your right to be rich. It is totally holy, worthy, and good that you should be rich. And really, the word desire, in fact, it's a Latin root word. Desire means of the Father. That's what the word desire means. So your desire for money is really your desire to live a more full and complete life, to experience more of God's creation. Therefore, it is divine in and of itself. So you can make that an affirmation. It is my right to be rich. It is my right to be rich. And what happens is you start to have a totally different shift in how money and business and success responds to you. So comment down below, it is my right to be rich. Comment down below, it is my right to be rich. And last but not least, you have clearly defined goals or objectives that you stick to and build your life around. So what this means is you know what it is that you want. A lot of people say, I want more money. Well, what does that mean? And have you taken the time to clearly define what that means to you and built a plan of execution and built your life around that, whatever it is? So the first step is, do you know how much money you want to earn? Do you want to earn $50,000 a year? Do you want to earn $100,000 a year? Do you want to earn $30,000 a year? I don't know what it is. But have you clearly defined it on a piece of paper? There's a certain power that when you clearly define your goals and you put them on paper, weird things happen. It's almost like things respond quickly because you've clearly defined what you wanted. It's inserted into your subconscious mind. And then the second phase of that is when you do that, then you are able to objectively look at your daily decisions in your life and ask yourself, does this thing that I'm doing right now, does spending 4 hours on Netflix right now, does complaining about this right now, does going to this place with that person, does this help my overall objective in life to create financial abundance? And a lot of times, the majority of our daily tasks are a no. They actually inhibit us from having the success that we want in life. We must become the person we want to be before the material success arrives. A lot of people are sitting around and they'll say, I'll change once more money comes. I'll learn how to save when more money comes. I'll be more productive if things finally start working out for me, but right now they haven't and I don't want to devote any more time if it's not going to work out. So we're sitting in a reactionary consciousness waiting for something outside of ourselves to change. And Jim Rohn said it best. He said, if you want to make a living, work hard on your job. But if you want to make a fortune, work hard on yourself. Now, all of this being so, if we can stick to this simple strategy, what we'll end up finding out, at least what I did, is that most people, they overestimate what they can accomplish in 1 year and they underestimate what they can accomplish in 10. They underestimate what they can accomplish in 3, in 4, in 5 years. And they underestimate it. When I was 21 years old and I was working on my books and selling them out of the trunk of my car, and I was struggling to get consistent footing in the finances of my business and my writings, I read the book Think and Grow Rich, and I said, I'm going to change my financial life. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to do this now. And I was amazed at what I could really accomplish with such a simple strategy in such a short period of time. Now, I'm excited to hear about the great things that come in your way from utilizing this. My name is Jake Ducey with jakeducey.com. If this is your first video, or if you are a returner, thanks for watching. I hope that you actually pull out a pen and pad, clearly define your annual, your monthly financial goals, and build a simple strategy or checklist that you can do on a daily or weekly basis to achieve that clearly defined financial goal. You'll be amazed at what such a simple thing can do to change your life forever. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button right over there. It'll send it out to more people. Leave a comment down below that says, "Financial success is my birthright." Comment down below, "Financial success is my birthright," and I'll see you next time.